Prabodh sir, thank you, thank you. Today's session is all about trader psychology. I have seen many people who have already taken many technical analysis courses, knows many techniques regarding this market, aware of all indicators, but still they are facing losses. Does it like they have some half knowledge in this, or it's something else which is pulling them back? Actually, from my experience, I have learned so many things in this market. It's like it's only 20 to 30% the technical analysis works in the sense it has the loss part which we are making is not because of we are having less knowledge in technical analysis, but because we are quite emotional in nature. So today's topic could definitely cut your losses to almost 50 to 60%. So I have also mentioned in our WhatsApp group to please have your pen and paper so that you can jot down what I am going to say today. The first part is understanding the market. You will find the biggest thing in this market is after knowing all the technical parts, all after knowing all the indicators, the major problem faced by any trader after learning technical analysis is you will come across like you have learned one indicator, you have learned so many chart patterns, you have learned so many indicators. The major problem would be like, yes, I have learned Renko chart, but I have missed Bollinger Band. Every time you will be trading, you will be finding like, no, 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 the first one which I have learned is not working. Let me try the second one. You learned one indicator, you will be finding that you have missed the other. Used one indicator, but you missed and did not apply the other. Always you will find a new technique. You will always think that the new one is better than the old. It is the biggest mistake which we do in our trading career. Always you will be attracted towards new techniques, new theories. Yes, I have learned all these theories, but that guy who is giving calls, he's saying about something new. So I think that works. My techniques are not working anymore. What exactly I have learned from my experience is like your charts should be absolutely clear. Clear in the sense, no, it's not like not using any indicators. There are some few basic indicators, and after going through this total technical analysis classes and after implementing all this thing, you will be knowing that 2 to 3 indicators are working for me, and continuous using of these indicators will be helpful. The most important thing in this market is price. The utmost important thing is price. All indicators and other things are just for confirmation, and these are only smoothing factors defining the trend. It is not like indicators are useless, but the biggest thing is the price itself. Remember one, like it can you can take it as a guru mantra. The one who is straight and simple makes the highest money in this market. Let us take an example. You'll be knowing after when we'll be doing chart pattern. Have you ever seen the calls of Nissan, the view of which he gives in the Telegram channel? Do you think he uses like all the indicators are being used by him? He only goes through the chart patterns. He only sees the chart. He only uses the price. He just uses 2 to 3 indicators just for confirmation. We at Stock Supervision uses the least possible indicators. Market is itself so complex. So why should we make it more complex by using too many indicators? You might be thinking right now, we are here to learn technical analysis, we are here to learn so many indicators, so many chat patterns, but what series is telling is that we do not need to use indicators. No, no, it's not like that. It's like you should know all these things. The usage depends upon you. Learning indicators is not important. Implementation of indicators and other technique are important. You may be knowing all the indicators, what are the uses, but how to implement, how to trade using that indicator. This is what is utmost important. You can find many videos in YouTube's saying what the indicator is all about, but they will never say that how to trade using these indicators. And after learning all these things, it is you only who can decide that this indicator is working for me. I would like to say, like, yes, there is no problem in learning all the indicators available in the market. Everything, every tech analysis left, every analysis available in the market, learn all these things. But day by day, as you go on trading, as you become professional trader, it is a pro trader's symbol. As day by day you go on, leave the indicators behind. As like today you are using 10 indicators, take a challenge and from tomorrow onwards use 9 indicators. The lesser the indicator you will use, the clearer the picture will be. You will see the chart pattern so nicely. You will be able to find what actually the chart pattern is going to say, what actually the price is going to say. This market is so complex that you need to take care of so many things apart from price, and to that of you add few more indicators to that. So you only worsen your situation. As I have already said, the most important part is the price itself. So if you concentrate on price and just give less focus to indicators, you will definitely win in this market. To be clear enough, from my experience, I would suggest go with the least possible techniques and believe in your own technique. There is no need to get into new techniques every other day. The lesser strategies and the less techniques you use, the bigger is the profit. Please jot down this line. uh, Definitely after learning all these techniques, all these indicators, and while you will be trading for your own calls, you will be finding that yes, these are the things which are being said by series, and actually these are the things which are working. Just stick to the basics and stick to those things which you are comfortable. You are comfortable with Bollinger Band, so why to go for Ichimoku? You'll be finding so much of indicators with names which even you won't be able to pronounce that, and people are very attracted to those kind of indicators. Yeah, this is an indicator which I think it's very important. Then again, how to choose your indicators? I have already said that definitely you need to use 3 to 4 indicators, but there are so many indicators available in the market. So how to decide how to use these indicators, which one is better for me? So before that you should know yourself. But again, to simplify all these things, indicators are chosen by your own behavior, which indicator suits you best, and that comes with experience. I can only share my experience that what indicators exactly we use. As on class goes on, and we are learning, we'll be learning. I'll be saying about that what we use in our stock supervision, what Nisant uses. We'll be giving calls and we'll be explaining why we gave that call. But again, if you are going to give your own call, then definitely it will come only with experience. Just before going to the next topic, I will be as I have said this topic, like how to choose your indicators. Do one thing, just make, after learning all these indicators, just make a list of what are the important things that is actually important in this market. Today also I'm going to say few of these important things which are actually important. You can jot this down as classes goes, and you can you can correlate with this class. The utmost important thing is the single one thing is trend. Trend is very important. Then comes momentum. Your overbought oversold is also important. Then market volatility, then volume. I have said five important things. If you want to repeat, I can repeat. The first one is trend, second one is momentum, overbought oversold, market volatility, volume. After learning the indicator parts, you will be knowing that which indicators will say you about momentum, which indicators will say you about overbought oversold, then market volatility, then volume. Just use these fives. Nothing more is important. Yes, once in a blue moon you can use, like once in a month, during the in in any Friday, you started using a new indicator just to know what actually it says. But for yourself, for your own trading, make a habit. Like, these are the things important. These are the indicators which are working for me. I'll be using only this. You might have heard that there is a very old saying that the higher you want to fly, the lesser weight you should carry. Yes, if you want to make profit from this market, then definitely you have to use less number of indicators. The more you learn, the more mistake you will be doing. One very small thing which I have learned from my technical analysis guru, from whom I have learned this: the more you see a chart, the more friendly the chart becomes with you. Before going through all these classes, when I was talking with you all over phone, I have already said that the only one thing which could help you is the chart itself. The chart with lesser number of indicators and price clearly visible. What people do, they apply too much of indicators into it and the price is almost invisible. When the most important thing is invisible, then how could you give a call? How could you determine where the market is going to go? And to be very frank, to be very on a serious note, I'm telling, after going through chart patterns, you need to see at least 20-30 charts per day. You may not understand the chart, but you have to go to the charts. You will able to store more data if you are going to only see 20-30 charts every day. Then once a time will come that you will able to recognize, yes, this is the exact thing which I have seen. Money never comes from any of your learning. I have discussed with Ajay sir. Ajay sir is in our team now. He is in this technical analysis course. Previously also he has taken a technical analysis class, but he has missed the major part, that is the practical session. So the practical session is utmost important. The time when you are giving your time, this is where you are only giving 1 hour per day, and that to be in my session. I am talking and you are listening. When after completing the chart part, you'll be seeing we'll be giving more of assignments to you, and that's needed to be completed by you. Money starts coming from the chart conviction you are having. Sorry, it's coming up. Money actually comes from the conviction you get from the charts. Looking into charts, learning these charts won't give you money. You won't be able to generate more profits. The bigger player in this market are only having conviction over the charts. You will see that this is the chart. I have seen almost making the same pattern which this occurred, and this is the Suppose this is the sixth time I am seeing the same pattern. So after seeing the sixth time, you will notice that the seventh time also the chart pattern which makes, and the reaction is also in the similar way. So in the eighth time, you will be damn sure that this is the pattern which I have seen earlier, and this is, and now also it will make the same reaction. This is what is called conviction. So now moving to the next topic, and this is also very important. It's knowing yourself. You have learned everything, you know all indicators, but are you aware of the fact that who am I? What type of trader am I? Am I able to control my emotions? Greed, fear, love, elementing fear factor, all this matters in this market. It's not like someone who has learned more is going to make more money. So, can you please see this chart? Every trader moves through all these emotions given in this. The first one is the optimism, where you will be buying a share. You have much confidence that yes, I have bought this share at this price, and all my techniques will be working, and I'll be making money from this. Sorry. The next one is excitement. You have won few points. You will be gaining. You will see your portfolio in profitable. You will be excited. Yes, my calls were right. Yes, now I am earning something. But still, you will not book profit. And the next comes thrill. It again, like on few more points. You are quite thrilled. Yes, yes, it's moving in my direction. This is what exactly I have predicted. And it moved few more points. Now euphoria. Nothing better than this can happen. This is the easiest way to make money. Yes, now I have reached so much of money I have made from a single call. Then you will start the script itself, the stock itself starts falling. Then comes the anxiety factor. You will be thinking, is my technicals wrong? Why the script is falling now? Then again few more points. Then denial comes. You will be start denying, no, my techniques could not be wrong. You and you will you may be having this experience. When this kind of situation arises, you will be starting asking everybody around in every group itself, can you please suggest, I have DLF, what should I do? And different people will tell you different stories. No, you should book profit now, you should stay, it's going to be you will be recovering your losses, and you will forget your own technical analysis. Now this point of time you will be depending on others, you will hearing to the noise in the market. Then comes fear, again few more points down. Now it's fear. Now you are not sure that am I going to believe other people in the market, even my technical analysis is not working in this case. Then few more points, still you will not book loss, and you will be holding that. That is desperation, not knowing what to do. Then again few more points, then panicking situation arises. Few people in this point of time book loss and close the trade. They will be making very less loss. Then comes surrender. This point of time maximum 90% of traders book loss and quit. And those who are holding still, they'll be having hopelessness thinking. Then comes depression. They will tell that no, 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 trading is not actually meant for us. I was having a very nice job, all of my savings are gone. Why I invested in this market? Then the people who are holding at this point of time, after rising this, they will be having few hope. Then again few more points, then relief. Then at this point of time, hope, in between hope and relief, many of you will book, like, no, 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 I have recovered few amount, I need to book at this point. Again another mistake you do. Then again it's optimism. So it can be the other way around. The stock could start even falling, then it can go up. Like I have seen many people, they will take the losses to the extreme possible, but when the losses are recovered and they will be gaining only 5 to 10 points, they will start booking. There is a very simple saying to, if you have having a script, then why to book losses? If the script started moving upward direction in your own direction, then why don't you keep your trail stop loss? This is, I have seen many maximum traders doesn't practice this. Trailing stop loss is doesn't even practice by any of the bigger traders also. The most important thing is, like, you have to keep your capital safe. First important thing. Then trailing stop loss. Then booking profit. There is no loss in booking profit. The script may move towards euphoria, but why I am why I am thinking about that? I have booked my profit. That's all. When I am ready to book profit at the excitement level, when I'm ready to book profit at the thrill level, so I should also keep my stop loss to minimal level. Why should I wait to towards hopelessness, towards depression? So you will be you could correlate with your own trading. You all have you all have might faced all these situations. This is no different to anyone. Everyone faces this. And even when I started my career in trading, I was also very much unto this. I was keeping my losses to the extreme possible level that could be, in a hope that it will definitely recover one day. One major thing you can note down, like, the first loss is the minimum loss which you will bear. After that, it will goes on increasing, it will never come. There are very few instances that you will recover, but the important thing is you should stick to your SL. You should never change your SL. You should never widen your SL. Never. You have taken a trade with particular thinking that this should be the stop loss, this should be the target. And if at all the stock come to your target or nearing your target, then definitely do not forget to keep trailing stop loss and book losses in the stop loss itself. No need to widen. I have made a few rules for my own. I have not mentioned in this. When I will be sharing this presentation, I will be writing down. But if you want to write right just now, I'll be telling what are the rules actually I follow. So can anyone just type down that you have started noting down? Anyone else? So I'm right now I'm sharing my own set of rules. You can write down. After that, we'll be switching to the next topic. My own set of rules which I have made. If you are simply a trader, you are not an investor. All these rules should be followed. If you are an investor, then please do not jot down these rules. Traders in the sense, it's not day trading. Day trading is also trading. Positional trading is also trading. Swing traders are also traders. So it's for everyone. The first important thing which I follow myself, and even every other traders, the technical analysts which who gave calls, the first important thing is actually followed by everyone. That is, if you are a trader, not an investor, choose stocks which are having momentum in it. You cannot be a trader in a stock which is sitting for 2 to 3 months in the same price. It's quite difficult to trade using these stocks. Suppose a stock is at 30 rupees and it will move to 35 rupees after 6 months. Then what is the use of trading? Pick momentum stocks. Then the second is risk reward. People are there, their risk reward is 1 is to 1. But my risk reward is always, if my reward is 2, my risk is 1. Whatever the situation may be, I may see the chart like, yes, this is going to recover my losses, but still I do not believe. I keep my stop loss, strict stop loss from my very first trading, very first analysis which I have made. After that, I do not change my stop losses in any case. Note the third one is risk reward actually depends on your own capital size. Actually it depends. If you're having 1 lakh of rupees, then I will suggest just to trade only of 50 to 60,000 and keep the rest in cash. And your risk reward should be, if you are taking 2,000 rupees profit, then maximum loss you should bear is 500 rupees, not more than that. If you see 500 rupees loss, then just book that loss. No need to wait. As time goes on, you will be finding that the loss is going on the higher side. The third one is that no trade without stop loss. Simple rule. You all will be laughing after knowing that when I was an initial trader, I was unable to follow all these rules. Every time emotion comes, you will be also facing all these things, and you might have faced all these things. In initial days, it's quite difficult to manage all these things. I have clearly, like, I have been in front of God and have promised that these are the things I will follow blindly. I do not need anything. And you won't be believing, like, in every month end you track by applying these rules are not finished. I will be going for to the next rule. Applying these rules, your portfolio won't be in loss. Definitely. At the end of month, you will be in definitely profit mode, not in loss. But you need to strictly follow these rules. The third one was no trade without stop loss. Always make an habit of keeping trailing stop loss and capital protection. I cannot risk my capital at all. These are my hard earned money. I keep on studying till late night, till 3 o'clocks, wake up in morning 6, and if I start losing my capital, it hurts. So I have made an habit of keeping my capital protected, be it anything. I do not see, like, I have booked profit in 5 points and the stock moved to 50 points. I do not see that stock. Let it be. I miss that opportunity. Nothing worries me. Let it be. Market gives enormous opportunities. Enormous. You will be having lakhs of opportunities every day. So why to worry for a single? We are here to make money. We are not here to losing our capital. The fourth comes is, this might not be effective for everyone, because as per capital this occurs. But in the initial day, you can follow this rule. Like you have taken a call, or you have analyzed and you have worked on that call, and you are gaining. You are on the profit side. Your target is achieved. What normally people do is they book profit and start trading and start taking the next call and start working upon the next call. But what I do is like, yes, I have earned 5,000 rupees for the day, and I stop, I close the terminal. It's better to go and move around, go and watch a movie, or else you can read technical analysis, but please do not trade. And the same thing with loss. I have booked my loss. I have booked 2,000 rupees loss today. I never try to recover that loss in the same day. I never try to recover because that day is not meant for me. Just a minute, there is a audio issue. Is it clear now? Can you please tell me, do I need to repeat the fourth rule? Okay, well, I'll be starting from the fourth rule itself. The fourth rule which I was telling is if you have made profit, you have made 5,000 rupees profit for the day. What people try to do is, I have earned 5,000 rupees. They again start trading. They again start taking the next call. They again start working upon the next call. But what I basically do is, I have gained 5,000 rupees for the day. I just close my terminal. I do not stick to the terminal itself. I close my terminal. I go and move around. I go and watch movies. I go and again start learning, but I never trade that day itself. It can happen like if you're taking two calls in a day and you have gained in two calls, or in total the average is in profit. So book that profit and stop for the day if your targets are achieved. And the same thing in loss. You have booked 2,000 rupees loss for the day. No need to recover that loss in the same day. If at all you are going to recover that loss in the same day, in very few instances you could recover that loss, but as per my experience, you will definitely losing some more amount, and at the end of the day you will find that you are in a huge loss. Recovering loss is not this market's funda. This is not at all this market's funda. And if you are trying to recover your loss in the same day, that is aggression trading. Then stop doing that. The fifth one is the fifth one is actually very important, and I request you, if it's not request, I beg you, please follow this. Always trade in a fixed quantity and in less volume. If suppose you are having 5 lakhs of rupees capital, then you should trade with only 1 lakh. If you're having 1 lakh, trade with 50,000 and in a fixed quantity. I am buying one lot every day. It cannot be like today I am buying one lot and tomorrow two lots and day after tomorrow again one lot. And you will be finding that the day when you bought two lots, you will be facing loss. And that is quite huge in number. So if at all I am buying 100 shares every day, if I will gain 500 rupees, the next day also I will, if at all there will be loss, that would be also 500. Like these all are things which you need to practice. Like if you are going for a 300 rupees share, then you can go for 1000 shares. And if the same thing is the share price is 1000 rupees, then lesser the number of shares. So these are things which you need to adjust. But the whole thing which I want to say is like trade in a fixed quantity. This also minimizes the loss. The major thing in this market, the major thing to learn in this market is minimizing losses. This is what the only thing which we are aware of this market. So when the major thing we are aware about is loss, then why should not we practice minimizing that? And the last one is always trade in less market noise. You have your own conviction in charts. Not now after learning this technical analysis course, I'm telling. If you're having your own conviction in charts, or else also if you're right now taking calls from Nissan or anybody else, I do not want to disclose or do not want to discuss all these things. Trade in less noise. You have taken a call and you are having conviction over that. You know why exactly I have taken that call. Stick to that. No need to ask to anybody. You'll be finding that you have taken a call and suddenly CNBC said that ICICI Bank is ICICI Bank should move down because as the technicals suggest all these things. You will forget your own analysis. No, no, that guy in CNBC might be knowing more than that. That's why he is in news. And those people who are in our group in stock discussion, you'll be knowing that that bloody who is in CNBC, he only gives calls which are lost. So that's all. I think you might have jotted down all my rules. You could make your own rule as per your trading strategies. It's not like you should follow all these things. Your rules should be as per your capital size, your risk taking ability. The next which I'm going is what technique to use. This is also important in this market because only tomorrow we'll be having few theory session. From next week onwards, we have planned to move on to chart analysis. So before moving to chart analysis, what techniques you should use, you should learn that. So what techniques to use? Using, just a minute, the techniques using multiple time frame. You all might be knowing the trading platform which you are using, or else any software which is freely available in internet. They provide us like in the first class itself I have said technical analysis is available in multiple time frame. The second is identifying the trend is quite important, and the third is knowing yourself and applying the proper time frame. Knowing yourself is like which type of trader I am and how to apply that. Now coming to the first one, using multiple time frame. What exactly it is that? In order to consistently make money in the market, you need to learn how to identify the underlying trend and trade it accordingly. uh, I'll be saying all these things in a clearer picture uh, while we'll be learning chart analysis. But now just focus on what I'm saying. You can use these things in the later part. Trend can be classified actually in three parts, that is primary, intermediate and short term. Like going for Nifty primary trend is a upward trend. However, trend is, as I have said, trend is available in three different: primary, intermediate and short term. Basically focus on the primary trend. You might be thinking that there are so many time frames available in this market. So actually, it is conflicting with particular stocks depending on which time frame should be considered. Again, to say that it only depends on what type of trader you are, and I will be saying right now itself how actually the time frames are used. You can see a stock primarily in upward trend, but as splits to certain time frame, it shows a downward movement. So these all things happens in the market. There is no not necessarily to panic, or not necessarily to see that how to identify. All these things will be taught clearly. Typically beginning, a trader look into a specific time frame, ignoring more powerful primary trend. Actually, what happens, intraday traders more often focuses on the certain time, like 5 minutes starts, max to max 15 minutes starts, focuses on certain time frames. But the major powerful is the primary trend. The same thing even happens the other way around. Traders may be trading the primary trend, but underestimating the importance of refining the entries in the ideal short-term time frame. So exactly what time frame should you be tracking? A general rule is that the longer the time frame, the more reliable the signals given. So it is always said in this market that positional traders make more money than intraday traders. So you need to focus on the primary trend. It is actually more reliable. Even after around 3 4 years of trading, I even learned that the most useful is the primary trend and the maximum time frame which you could take. As you will drill down the time frame to minimum possible, it becomes more polluted, it becomes more noisy. So the longer time frame is recommended in order to define the major trend. You will be seeing in a 5 minute chart there is so much of movement. How to judge that? It's quite difficult. You won't be able to take any calls in that. You won't be able to tell that the stock is in upward trend or downward trend, because it will be moving in both way around. But once the underlying trend is defined, traders can use the preferred time frame. Like if you're seeing a chart for the first time, suppose this is the chart you are seeing for the first time. First thing which you need to do is, like, you should take the maximum time frame available and define the primary trend. After defining the primary trend, that yes, Axis Bank is in upward trend, in the primary trend you have assigned that yes, Axis Bank is in upward trend. Then after that, for taking calls, you need to see various time frames. It is also said that the more the number of time frames you use, the more the maximum is the profit. Multiplying time frames maximizes the profit. As you all know, there are three kinds of traders: swing traders, day traders, and positional traders. For swing traders, you can jot this down. For swing traders, it is recommended a daily chart, a weekly chart, a 60-minute charts, not lesser than that. Swing traders are those who actually take calls for, in the sense, weekly, 1 week or 2 week calls. Then day traders who do not keep their calls for even the next day, they do not risk their money for the next day. Day traders should take time frames 15 minutes, 60 minutes, or even 5 minutes chart. Then going to positional traders are those one who keep the stocks for maximum 1 month. They could go for weekly charts, monthly chart, and daily charts. there is not a hard, there is no hard and fast rule for this, but this is what we have learned. Like you might have seen while we are giving calls, like positional calls, intraday labels. These positional calls are derived by using only these three time frames. It may come down in intraday level, but it will reach your target in positional level. The selection of what group of time frame to use is unique to each individual traders. As I have already said, long term chart, like the longer the time frame, defines the trend. Intermediate chart provide the trading signal. It's going to be upward or downward. The stock is going to move upward or downward. Then short term chart refining entry and exit. So now you are clear. Like, you need to use all the time frames. There is no excuse in that. You may not be using few indicators, but you need to use all time frames. As I have already said, the most important thing in this market is price. The combination of multiple time frames allows trader to better understand the trend of what they are trading and instill confidence in their decision. You cannot take a trade only using long term chart or only using short term chart. You need to use all these threes. So now you all could feel like how much pain it takes to give a single call. And you could see in our one of our group, there is a like in our view group, people start asking randomly any stock. It's been said by Nissan multiple times that please ask before 4:30, ask max to two number of stocks. People start asking any number of stocks. Is it like we can just open this chart and say yes, this is going to move upward? For a single chart, for a single conviction of a chart, for single decision, it takes around almost 20 to 30 minutes for a single thing. So I think we should stop for the day. uh, you can ask your doubts, please. Hopefully you all have jotted down what I have said. You might be thinking that these are not parts of technical analysis, but it's not at all like that. All these things are definitely coming to use, and you will see you will maximize your profit only after using all these things. So you're having 7 more minutes. I'm ready to take. Okay. Okay. Let us go for multiple time frames again. First, the doubt is about long-term chart, intermediate chart, and short-term chart. Please jot down what I'm saying. Long-term chart is actually used. Long-term chart in the sense with a longer time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame, or monthly time frame. That is what is long-term chart. Long-term chart is actually used to define the trend, define the primary trend of any stock, any script. Then comes the intermediary chart, drilling the time frame to lesser, like hourly. Again, it could be daily, hourly, or a 30-minute charts. This provides the trading signal. Is the stock going to move upward or downward? The stock may be in upward trend, but it could move downward. It is possible. So drilling the time frame to a lesser time, it provides you the trading signal. Then the third comes short term chart. That is from 30 minutes chart to any time frame to 15 minutes, 5 minutes, not tick charts, to 15 minutes and 5 minutes. This is where it signals the entry and exit. We are not taking trades as investor. Like I took the trade and I can keep it for years. This is not situation of traders. We are here, we are having an entry point when having an exit point. This is where exactly short-term charts help you. So am I clear? As in we'll be going to chart reading, all these things will be clear, more clearer. And another question was about multiple time frame. That is what I have suggested is like using multiple time frames could multiply your money. You cannot trade with using a single time frame, be it a primary trend, intermediate trend, anything, but you cannot use a single trend, single time frame. I cannot trade using only daily charts. It's not possible. You will not find the trend, you will not find the entry exit points. You will not be able to find like it's going to be in upward direction. You will not be able to find that if you are using a primary trend, if you are using only the longer charts. So using multiple time frame is a definite. While giving calls, we use almost 4 to 5 time frames. Then after we get conviction over the chart, then only we give provide calls. Am I clear now? Okay, different types of traders you're asking. This is what is you might be knowing there are three kinds of traders, not investors. I'm saying three kinds of trader: swing trader, positional trader, and day trading. Uh, there is no hard and fast rule which we have learned from our experience, which I have learned from my experience, is for a swing trader. If you are keeping your stock for a week or 2 weeks, so daily chart, weekly chart, or 60-minute charts could work for you. A weekly chart could tell you the primary trend, then daily chart could give you direction, trading signal, and 60-minute charts could give you exit and entry points. It's not like that cannot use, you cannot drill down to much lesser time frame. You can do, but this is what we have come across after experience. Then for day traders, 15 minutes charts, 60 minutes charts, 5 minutes, and day traders could use tick charts also, 1 minute chart also. But again, day traders should because day traders are like they take stocks for day trading, but if it goes against their direction, they become positional traders, they become swing traders. It happens with day traders. And again, I'm saying is before moving to day trading, it's better to be a positional trader or a swing trader, because day trading which comes after a lot more experience. And coming to positional traders could use weekly charts, monthly charts, and daily charts. And always be prepared to become a positional trader. It is always good for your capital, good for your profits, because actually equity takes time to give you money. Each and every day stock could not go in your own way. If you give time to it, it will definitely come your way. Your techniques will start working. It is very difficult to make money in day trading, and day traders also make money, but it's quite few in number. Is that clear now? All these things will come in recording also. I'll be sending recording tomorrow morning itself or today night itself. I think few peoples are having problem in their network. They're repeatedly joining and then left. So thank you everyone. Should I stop for the day?